Palm Beach fell into a downward spiral. A dramatic revitalization using smart growth principles has changed all that.
The people are beginning to take pride again in the type of neighborhood we are living in, and I am simply delighted.
The heart of West Palm Beach had always been Clematis Street, a busy 5-block thoroughfare that runs from the train station built by Henry Flagler to the Lake Okeechobee waterfront. But in the 1960s, across the country, city residents began moving out to the suburbs, and retail began moving into the malls. By the 90s, Clematis Street had become deserted and dangerous.
Clematis Street was in very bad shape, and the thought was who was certainly going to live down on Clematis Street or down in the downtown area because it wasn't safe. So it took a while to get people's confidence level up, to convince them that people would come down here.
That confidence was restored in part by a progressive master plan that emphasized using smart growth principles to turn the city around. Clematis was reconceived as a walkable, mixed-use corridor featuring retail and entertainment on the ground level. A combination of infill and new building was geared toward creating a vibrant residential downtown. Amenities like the downtown trolley and the Centennial Fountain gave the city a fresh, user-friendly feeling. To promote its new image, the city created a Thursday evening event at Centennial Plaza that's become a weekly institution. Clematis by Night has been going strong for 8 years.
The event has done wonders for bringing the entire community down here that wasn't coming down years before the event started. And basically, it's just the most fun, free entertainment you can find in South Florida.
Building on its success, West Palm Beach took another gamble, creating a brand new mixed-use neighborhood called City Place, where shops, restaurants, and theaters share the streets with upscale residential units. It's a stylish neighborhood that's just minutes away from Clematis Street.
Cities used to have a lot of detail, and each buildings were different, and storefronts were different, and you had different spaces and places. So we put a great deal of effort into the design of this, so that as you go around in different places, you're almost subtly, you don't even realize it's happening to you, but you've entered a new place. It's like a whole series of outdoor spaces, outdoor rooms, so to speak.
Dr. Alice Moore, a community leader in West Palm Beach, has seen her city through 5 decades of change. She is especially pleased with its recent transformation.
If you're part of the city, you should be interested in what's going on in the city, and that's why I'd like to reach out and be a part of it. I told everybody that I will be here until death do me part. I like being in the city. I walk downtown. Do you know I walk the city hall?
I think basically you and I like being around people, not being isolated in some suburban place where you drive your car into the driveway, push the clicker, see the garage door go up, go in, and never see your neighbor to the right or to the left. When you live in a city, you're around people, and that's sort of the sustenance, the bread and sustenance for all of us, and we thrive on that.
What we always hope for is that as change occurs over time, it might not be as cannibalistic as it has been in the past, by making sure that the places that already exist are so wonderful that people don't want them to fall apart, and will make every effort to strengthen them.
What we're saying is build in natural and technological hazards into your planning process. Put that as a theme into your smart growth initiatives.
You really can't do smart growth without looking at what the true definition of a community is, and I think that's the really important thing to keep in mind.
I see these communities just popping up everywhere. I'm hoping that more and more will be built, because this is how America used to be, and it's just more rewarding for the family and for your children.
It's so funny because I'll run into a lot of high school friends that moved away and got married, and now that they're thinking about having children, they're moving back. It's amazing to me, you know. We all thought we'd leave, and we're here.
Smart growth is to me is a very humanistic principle. It's not upper class or lower class, and I think it's very possible in a community of different demographics and different incomes to still incorporate those same principles.
Whether we prefer the cities or the suburbs, the question will always remain, how can we build in a way that improves the quality of our lives? Right now, smart growth may be the answer.
This special was funded by the United States Department of Homeland Security, the Building Industry Association of Southern California, and the United States Environmental Protection Agency, protecting human health, safeguarding the natural environment.